Hello there, welcome to our channel. In today's session, we are going to conduct multiple choice questions relating to veterinary sciences. First of all, I would like to give you a brief introduction about our session. Firstly, we will provide you a question and there are 4 options. You will get 5 seconds to think the correct answer. After that, we will provide the correct answer for the respective questions. So let's begin. The first question is quite easy, and the question is, the comparative study of the form and structure of organs and tissues of principal domestic animals and birds is called. And the options are option number A, veterinary anatomy, option number B, human anatomy, option number C, developmental anatomy, and option number D, radiology. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number A, veterinary anatomy. Yeah, veterinary anatomy deals with the study of form and structure of organs and tissues of major domestic animals and birds. Similarly, human anatomy deals with the study of form and structure of organs and tissues of human beings. Likewise, embryology or developmental anatomy deals with differentiation, growth, and development of organs and tissues. Likewise, radiological anatomy or radiology deals with the study of form and structure of organs and tissues under radio waves like X-ray, MRI, CT scan, etc. And the next question is, the topographic anatomy is also called. And the options are option number A, systemic anatomy, option number B, surface anatomy, option number C, regional anatomy, and option number D, both B and C. And your time begins. The correct answer is option number D, both B and C. Topographic anatomy is also called surface anatomy or regional anatomy. Yeah, regional anatomy deals with the study of parts of the body based in relation with a particular or definite area of the surface, while systemic anatomy deals with the study of structures based on organ system. Radiological anatomy deals with form and structure of organs based on X-ray, MRI, CT scan, which I have mentioned already in the former question. And the third question is, the term rostral denotes towards. And the options are option number A, proximal, option number B, axial, option number C, cranial, and option number D, nose. Your time begins. And the correct answer is option number D, nose. The term rostral means towards the nose. In veterinary anatomy, various scientific words and anatomical terms are used to indicate the position and direction of different parts of the body. Like anterior means front of the body, and posterior means back of the body. Medial means close to the median plane, while proximal means upper or superior part of the body, and distal means the inferior or lower part of the body. Similarly, palmar means the surface of the forelimb that contacts the ground in standing condition. Plantar means the contact surface of the hind limb in standing position. Similarly, axial means towards the center line of the body, and abaxial means away from the axis of the body. And the next question is, any plane parallel to median plane is. And the options are option number A, longitudinal, option number B, sagittal, option number C, transverse, and option number D, frontal. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number B, sagittal. Yeah, any plane parallel to median plane is called sagittal plane or paramedian plane. which is parallel to median plane. Longitudinal plane divides the body into two equal halves, while frontal plane or horizontal plane cuts long axis of the body of an animal horizontally, whereas transverse plane are cross-sectional planes. And the next question is quite easy, and the question is, the study of joints is called, and the options are option number A, osteology, option number B, syndesmology, option number C, splanchnology, and option number D, aesthesiology. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number B, syndesmology. Syndesmology or arthology is the study of joints, while osteology is the study of bones. Similarly, splanchnology is the study of visceral organs of different systems. Likewise, angiology is the study of heart and blood vessels. Neurology deals with the study of nervous system, while aesthesiology deals with sense organs. Similarly, myology is the study of muscles and muscle fibers. The next question is, the bones of skull, vertebral column, ribs, and sternum are called, and the options are option number A, axial skeleton, option number B, appendicular skeleton, option number C, coccygeal skeleton, and option number D, none. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number A, axial skeleton. Appendicular skeleton consists of bones of the limbs, while coccygeal skeleton consists of the bones of tail. And the next question is quite tricky, and the question is, the humerus of fowl is dash bones, and the options are option number A, long, option number B, modified long, option number C, sesamoid, option number D, long pneumatic. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number D, long pneumatic. The humerus of fowl is long and pneumatic. The bones of poultry, birds are quite pneumatic in type. Here is the more information about the bones. Long bones are long, hollow, and cylindrical, consisting of shaft and two expanded ends. For example, femur and humerus. Modified long bones includes clavicle of dogs, rabbit, and fowl. They do not possess medullary cavity. Similarly, miniature long bones includes metacarpals of dogs. Short bones include carpal bones. Similarly, flat bones includes scapula and some cranial bones of the skull. Similarly, irregular bones include vertebra. Pneumatic bones are the bones of fowl which contain ear-filled cavity in frontal, maxilla, and ethmoid bone in mammals. Likewise, sesamoid bones include patella. Visceral bone includes os penis in dog, os cordis in ruminants, and os opticus in fowl. The next question is, which of the following cartilage doesn't possess perichondrium? And the options are option number A, hyaline cartilage, option number B, elastic cartilage, option number C, fibrous cartilage, option number D, both B and C. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number C, fibrous cartilage. Hyaline cartilage are articular surface of bones and possesses perichondrium. Fibrous cartilage include intervertebral discs. Similarly, elastic cartilage include epiglottis and external ear, and they also possesses perichondrium. And the next question is, which of the following salt is highest in the bones of ox? And the options are option number A, calcium carbonate, option number B, calcium phosphate, option number C, magnesium phosphate, and option number D, sodium carbonate. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number B, calcium phosphate. The percentage composition of various minerals, salts in bones of ox include calcium phosphate 86%, calcium carbonate 5.8%, similarly magnesium phosphate 3%, and traces amount of sodium carbonate. The next question is quite easy, and the question is, the outer surface of a bone is called, and the options are option number A, endosteum, option number B, periosteum, option number C, osteons, and option number D, epiphysis. Your time begins. And the correct answer is option number B, periosteum. Yeah, the outer surface of a bone is called periosteum, while endosteum is a thin membrane that surrounds the medullary cavity. Similarly, it has hematopoietic property that helps in osteogenesis and healing of fractures. Periosteum is absent in articular cartilages. Similarly, Haversian system is also known as osteons in other terms. Epiphyses include secondary ossification center, which forms the end of a bone. And the next question is, numerous very narrow canals pass through the compact substance along the length of the bone are known as. And the options are option number A, Boltzmann canal, option number B, Canaliculi, option number C, Haversian canal, option number D, Haversian system. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number C, Haversian canal. Yeah, Haversian canal carries blood vessels and nerves. Similarly, Boltzmann canal are the perforating canals which communicate with Haversian canals. Canaliculi are the minute canals that radiate from the lacunae to accommodate the processes of the bone cells. Similarly, Haversian system includes Haversian canal, lamella, lacunae, and canaliculi as a whole. And the average diameter of the Haversian system is 150 micron. And the next question is, apopositional growth is seen in, and the options are option number A, longitudinal group, option number B, Boltzmann canal, option number C, circumferential lamella, option number D, Haversian canal. Now your time begins. And the correct answer is option number C, circumferential lamella. Yeah, apopositional growth is seen in circumferential lamella, which are also known as primary osteons, which encircles outer and inner surface of a long bone. And the next question is, which of the following layer or layers form osteoblast in periosteum? And the options are option number A, fibrous, option number B, cellular, option number C, both, and option number D, none. Your time begins. And the correct answer is option number B, cellular layer. Cellular layer forms osteoblasts that helps in ossification of the bone. The next question is, periosteum is absent in, and the options are option number A, patella, Option number B, os penis. Option number C, vertebra. Option number D, bones of skull. And now your time begins. And the correct answer is option number A, patella. Yeah, patella is a sigmoid bone which lacks periosteum. The periosteum that covers the outer surface of the bones of skull is called pericranium. And the next question is, at birth the bone marrow is, and the options are option number A, yellow, option number B, white, option number C, red, and option number D, black. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number C, red. Usually at birth the bone marrow is red. Red bone marrow is reticular connective tissue. With increasing in age, red bone marrow converts into yellow bone marrow. But in adult, red bone marrow is found only in skull, ribs, sternum, vertebra, cancellous part of short bones, and ends of long bones. Likewise, megakaryotes or giant cells are found in red bone marrow. Similarly, in anemic condition, yellow bone marrow is replaced by red bone marrow. The next question is quite easy, and the question is, bone forming cells are, and the options are option number A, osteoblast, option number B, osteoclast, option number C, chondroblast, and option number D, osteocytes. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number A, osteoblast. Bone forming cells are called osteoblast, while osteoclasts are the bone eating cells that helps in resorption of bone salts, while osteoclasts are bone eating cells that help in resorption of bone salts. Similarly, osteocytes are mature bone cells derived from osteoblasts. And the next question is terminology. An articular surface in the form of a very small pits. And the options are option number A, fossa, option number B, fovea, option number C, sulci, and option number D, grooves. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number B, fovea. Fovea is an articular surface in the form of very small pits, while fossa are the depression which is moderately deep, and sulci or grooves are the elongated depressions. Another is also a terminological question, and the question is knuckle-shaped paired articular surfaces. And the options are option number A, process, option number B, condyles, option number C, epicondyle, and option number D, trochlea. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number B, condyle. Similarly, process are a large projection, while epicondyle are a small projection adjacent to a condyle. They present nearby condyle. Trochlea are pulley-like grooved articular surface. The number of visceral bones in ox is, and the options are option number A, 1, option number B, 2, option number C, 3, option number D, 4. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number B, 2. The visceral organs present in dog is 1, that is os penis, and in case of pig it is 1, that is os rostale, in fowl 2, os opticus, and visceral organ of cow is one, that is os cordis. And the next question is, the number of bones in dog is, and the options are option number A 200, option number B 208, option number C 291, option number D 169. And your time begins. And the correct answer is option number C 291. Similarly, number of bones in ox is 208, in horse it is 200 bones, and in case of fowl 169 bones are present. With this all, we have come to an end of the session. Hope you guys learned something from our effort. Please do like, comment and subscribe to our channel. If you have any suggestion, please provide your suggestion in the comment box. Thank you. Have a nice day.